Hey guys, welcome back to Mega Man 4. Last time we took down the 8 Robot Masters, and now we must challenge Russia. So, yeah, I actually had to look up, looking back it's obvious that he's supposed to be Russian, but I wasn't really sure at first. But yeah, here is the Cossack stages, 4 as you would expect. And this is one of the most memorable stages in the game for me for some reason, and there's one reason why. Well, first, I love how you're, approaching in this snowy field, but you have these weird slinky-looking guys, and they just, for some reason, look really out of place. I'm wondering what they're like. I'm wondering what the artwork for these guys will be. Because when I did the replay, I did keep some things a secret. I didn't look at the credits for 4, and I didn't look at, the gallery, so that will be blind. Or, I've technically seen the credits before, but the galleries will be blind. But yeah, just kind of a similar structure of approaching the fortress and then climbing up into it. And, you kind of want to find, a weapon to beat these guys with. Not what I meant to use, I meant to use Pharaoh Shot, but sure. Just damage boost. Wow. I wonder if you can die over here. Wait, what? That's really funny, I didn't know you could do that. And that's what rewind is for. I mean, 1, it's so you can cheat, but 2, so you can do dumb things like that and get away with it. So these guys, they will just collapse and go back together, kind of like dry bones, if you shoot them normally. But you need the Mega Buster and probably some other weapons to take them out. And then these guys, can you please let me through? Man, these guys together are a pretty bad combo. But yeah, this is one of my favorite fortress stages in Mega Man, I think. Those weird slinky guys are just... I don't know why, but they stuck in my mind a lot when I first saw them. Again, this would be my 3rd time playing this game, I think. Same for the other 2 as well. I played the first 3 a little more. Which is funny, because I think the last 3 are kind of better-ish. I don't know. They're all pretty fun. It just kind of gets repetitive once you get to, 5 and 6. Anyway, let's actually use a weapon here. Let's try the, dive missile. Whatever it's called. And miss, that's cool. And you can just... okay. What about the drill bomb? It's literally a bomb. It's literally a bomb. How did you not die? I guess it has to be the Mega Buster, unless there's some weakness. A lot of enemies have a specific weakness. Anyway, here you can use the balloon or rush. But obviously these castle stages always want you to use your platforming weapons. It's doable with rush. Haven't showed off the wire or rush jet yet. I will try to. This is a very interesting kind of puzzle section. Sure, let's refill. Well, we don't really need to refill, whatever. I do gotta double check what weapon I need, though, I forgot. Anyway, you need to jump down. Wait, how do you do it again? Alright, so the jump off a ladder, you press A without moving. It's really weird. You press A without moving and just hope that you go straight down and then you can turn. Anyway, you have to get through those things when they're opened up. But yeah, jumping the ladder is really awkward, but this is the only time you have to do it. There we go. Then we got one more big guy here. Uh-oh, is he camping? He's camping. What do we do? I don't even know if there's any weapons that should go straight up. I mean, you got this thing. It's not even loading in. There you go. I don't think I needed that weapon. Let's hope not. Let me see. So the next boss is called... Oh yeah, Mothra. It's actually one of my favorite looking... It's one of the cooler looking bosses. And you need Ring Boomerang. Yeah, it's just this big... I mean, yeah, pretty cool design. These are the kind of castle bosses that I like. I don't really like the ones that are just like machines that aren't like a clear, big enemy. And you still see those in all of the Mega Man games, but I mean they're all machines. But like I don't like the ones that are like, for example, the boom beam trap, or like the block thing. Like I don't like those. I like ones that are just like this guy or the dragon or whatever. Anyway, they can permanently break parts of the terrain, but they're not really that bad. I know I'm getting hit a lot, but it's just because I'm trying to talk. Seizure warning again. That is a thing in all of the games, and I just don't understand how they didn't fix that. I know seizure warnings weren't as much of a thing back then, I guess, but that was... It's still pretty rough. It's not as bad as 2, but it's still pretty bad. Low-key, one of the worst things about these games. Also, small thing, I love the sound of, like, the path to the next level that you'll hear in the next 3 games. I don't know, that sound effect is really... I enjoy it for some reason. Over here we got you again, and these guys that look a lot like the couple enemies from Mario and Luigi, which is a series I should definitely let's play at some point. Love Mario and Luigi. So now we can finally use Rush Jet. And I can show you that, hold on, that it has been severely nerfed. You cannot go in all directions anymore. It moves automatically. You can slightly steer it up and down, and that's it. So yeah, they realized it was overpowered, and they nerfed it. I understand. And it's still pretty useful. In fact, we can use it to skip half of this puzzle here. And then we can use... Can you use the wire here? No, so the wire only goes straight up, and you can grapple ceilings, and there's just not many times where you would want to do that. Or could do that, so... But you can cheese these sections here. Here we have these guys, which are called batons, by the way. I wanted to look it up. Boil, no. Rush boil. Hello. There we go. And also, can we talk about how useless Rush Marine is? We didn't even need it in the water level. And yeah, you'll see why in the next 2, it didn't get brought back, but Rush Jet did. So yeah. Also, just a weird thing, probably a hardware limitation, but certain items like those will glow whenever Mega Man glows with the charge shot. The E-Tanks as well. I want the E-Tank, by the way. So, most games have that one weapon that can blow up walls, and in this case, it is Drill Bomb. I mean, it has bomb in the name, so... So I still struggle with those jumps, the platform straight up jumps. Got a life there we don't really need. And now we fight the next Cossack invention, called the Square Machine. How threatening. This one's really goofy. Again, this is like, not even really a character, it's just a box, and you hit it with the thing, and then it slides away again. So what you have to do is, when it comes sliding in, sometimes it's fast and you have to slide, but when it's slower, you jump inside before it stops. But then you have to avoid the rings, and it also gives you a couple platforms, but well, they're not rings, but those things are really hard to avoid when you're trying to shoot at the same time. So yeah, you use Dust Crusher here, and it's pretty easy to get the hang of, but it can be tricky to avoid those shots. I just try to tank it, because, like, those shots are so annoying to dodge. I don't know how Mega Man programmers always find the most annoying, like, the most evil shot programming possible. See, it's like, it will just know immediately where you are. Oh, my eyes. Man, I wish there was something I could do about that for the viewers, because, man, hopefully that was something fixed in any of the remakes, and I know there's a lot of fan-made, like, upgrades as well, that I would assume probably fixed it. I don't really care about those, because they always just feel off to me, and I'm more into the canon, if you understand. But anyway, that's half of Dr. Cossack's fortress down, and you can assume what happens next. So, thanks for watching this part of Mega Man 4, and I'll see you next time.